The first story is best game of 2018.
2, 5, 7.
Games. Because we're all going to have a different opinion and we're never going to be able to agree on it. So.
Well, yeah. No, I know. So this is all our individual opinion of what we think is our favorite game that we played this year of 2018 and would suggest to other people to play it. So, Ben, we'll let you go first.
What?
Yeah.
All right. It's
Jesus.
sorry. I'm kind of doing a deal online.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, it's kind of a tie right now because I'm really in depth with Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. I really love it. I love the game. Like I said, I'm well aware that when I'm playing this, everyone's like, there's the RPG elements in Red Dead Redemption. As I said, yeah, but the difference between this RPG element
Come to the dark side
and the other RPG elements, this RPG element isn't horrendous like every RPG that's out there. I can actually play and enjoy this. I don't give a damn about checking like my health and doing stuff like that. I'm enjoying myself in this game. I'm enjoying how long it's taken to play through one chapter because there's so much on this map that's on here that I can do and have fun with. But the tiebreaker is Spider-Man. It's stuck. You would think God of War. You would think that. I didn't finish God of War yet. I know what happens. I haven't played it yet. But it's definitely stuck between Spider-Man and Red Dead. And Red Dead's taking all my time right now because I already 100% Spider-Man already, so.
I got that sitting right here, Ben. I'm going to be kicking it up in a couple of weeks when I get done with Xenogears.
Red Dead or Spider-Man?
Red Dead.
Well, I just got PlayStation Live for 3 months. So once I get that up, we can start doing the online. And like I said, I'm really looking to play it online. I can't wait.
Dude, you're going to love it because remember how you keep saying you want to do characters and shit? I'm going to be Dick Dastardly, and I'm going to run around lassoing people and dragging them around to things to get them ran over with. And I'm gonna talk like Dick Dastardly.
Dick Dastardly.
So
I'm gonna name my guy Dick Dastardly.
It's a tie right now. I can't put my finger on just one. It's Red Dead and Spider-Man.
And there's nothing else you played earlier in the year.
Well, they're again considering the fact that my Xbox died and I had to get a new power supply. I couldn't say anything on Xbox. PC, yeah, there's I've been playing the same game on PC for months, and it was just Dying Light or Dead by Daylight. And again, but those games have been out for a long time. I can't say anything current that came out on PC, but it has to be just Red Dead or Spider-Man. Those two just they draw me in.
Yeah.
Even at 100%, Spider-Man draws me in. Just to swing around New York City in 10 different type of suits, just for fun to swing around. I am so overpowered as Spider-Man in my game that Dr. Octavius took me 2 minutes.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I would be as excited as you if it X-Men game. But that's
Ass-Man game? What?
Ass-Man game.
Oh, X-Men.
I need an Ass-Man
Because
game, sir.
I like Spider-Man, but I'm a much bigger fan of X-Men. That's my comic book. So if
No,
you give me
that's
an
very
X-Men
true,
game, X-Men game that's like that, I would be hyped. Or, for example, next year, One Piece World Breaker, World Seeker is coming out, and that's going to be an open world One Piece game. I'm going to buy that on day one and play that game for months because I love One Piece. So I see where he's coming from on the Spider-Man thing. It's just not my type of game. I'm not Spider-Man. I mean, I'm not a big Spider-Man guy.
I would love to see an X-Men game free roam like the Spider-Man game the way they did it. Like I said, I think that Spider-Man game itself was also really kind of derived from the Batman game, and not directly, but it was inspired by it because the combat was almost close to where it needed to be. I think it was great. I think the Spider-Man is awesome, but I think Red Dead for their storyline really deserves a lot of credit. I think they're doing excellent with it, and I cannot stop playing it. Like, I'm like chapter 6, and I'm already leveled up my camp, all done. And
I hear Arthur Morgan's a really good character.
Oh
That's
my
what
God,
I'm excited
yes.
for.
And they introduced John Marston too when he was younger, which is pretty cool to see him as a young person who has no idea what the hell he's doing and how he keeps on screwing up. And you're like, wow, playing Red Dead 1. It was kind of cool to see him all young and screwing up. I'm taking all the time. Please go on.
Okay, that's fine. So, Grim. Best game of 2018.
Well, we're gonna start. Like I said, I can't really decide, so I'm gonna go with the three that I really sunk a ton of time into, and I'm gonna start by cheating just a little bit because it got an update this year, and that to me counts, and that's gonna be World of Warcraft: Battle for Azeroth, because I have not played World of Warcraft this hardcore in about 5 years, and I am hung up on everything they've done to fix my class. What they've done with the war mode, being able to actually have PvP now and not have people like just run away and not fight me because there's a reason to do it. I'm one of the few people who like the Azerite traits on the armor, the ability to stack and mess around with your stuff. They're basically like special things you don't activate. They're just there. So like, for example, on my shaman, one makes my guy heal better when he does an instant heal, and I have it stacked so that I can like
That's what you need.
basically be unkillable, stuff like that.
That's a good deal.
Number two for me is God of War, without a doubt. I played, and you can ask Aaron this because like I've been playing World of Warcraft every day for months, since the day the expansion came out. I got God of War, I broke it open a week after I bought it, and I just didn't play Warcraft for 5 days straight. I played God of War every day until I beat God of War. That game's story, every single thing, the treatment of all the characters is great, which also point out real quick, I've been listening to that Giant Bomb Game of the Year crap, and anybody who tries to tell me that the treatment of the women in that game is somehow sexist and misogynist, you're full of crap. It's a reach. Those characters were done beautifully, and those characters were treated well. Okay.
Yeah.
I just had to get that out of the way. And it's the way the world looks, the way they made it into an open world game and changed God of War, but didn't ruin it at all. It still feels great. They made Kratos a real character instead of just an angry, like, petulant idiot. He's the points where he's like behind his son and he goes to like reach out, like he wants to say something emotional to his son, but because he's Kratos and he's like the ruggedest of men, he can't do it, and he doesn't know how to react to being a father. Well, that game is just amazing. And then last but not least, you knew it, everybody knew it because Nate freaking put it in the pictures. It's Dragon Quest 11, dude. That game was beautiful.
Yeah, that's going to be hopefully game of 2019 because I didn't play it.
Cover your ears, Nate, because I'm about to give a spoiler.
I think you probably already told me.
All right.
No, all right, so you go through this whole game. It's a lighthearted adventure. You're happy. You're enjoying it, and then out of the blue, you get to the guy who you think is the end of the game. You're like, all right, this is the end of the game. You get in a fight with the boss. He blows up your entire party, scatters them all over the place. You wake up and you find out that the world is now in ruins and all that. You play through the whole, like, another 20 hours of playing through this world of ruin, recollecting your characters. You get to the very end of recollecting them all. You get Veronica back. Not Veronica. What's her name? What's the blonde's name there? With long hair. Do you remember? All right. Well, you get one of the two sisters back, and you reach the final city where you need to talk to this guy. He's going to tell you how to get a flying, like, the ability to fly, so you can go after the main boss's capital. And you find the dead body of the other main character from your party, Veronica. And your mind just kind of blows because you're like, how the hell are they going to replace this character? Like, they ripped a character from your party, which was the only mage you had in the party, and you didn't see it coming, but she's flat out dead, never comes back unless you play through the epilogue, which I haven't done yet. And it kind of blew my mind. It was like the best moment. I haven't felt that way about a character being killed since Final Fantasy VII, and I didn't see it coming, which is what was amazing. I was so far into the game that I was like, okay, no one's gonna die here except for side character. We're on our way to finishing the game. Like, it just did. I thought it was the end of the game in the final battle, and to have them just kill that character, I mean, they write it off with a simple, now her sister like walks up to the body and picks up her staff, and like the one that died transferred her power to it, so the other sister gets all of her spells, so you still have a mage in your party. But like, that was just very unexpected. The combat system is beautiful, the music's amazing. It amazes me how Dragon Quest every 5 years tells the same type of story. It always makes it amazing and kind of always blows your mind. That's pretty much it. I mean, honorable mention. I just started playing the DLC for Xenoblade Blade Chronicles. I played like a half an hour of it the other day, and I'm already hooked on that again. I'm going to spend like 50 hours on that DLC, dude. Like, I'm hung up on it now.
Yeah, and part of what you just talked about is actually in some of the artwork, actually. Some of the promotional artwork actually showed that whole destruction of the world.
Yeah, well, they show the floating castle and they show the tree floating in the air, but they don't show the actual destruction. It's just, that's happened in other games like Final Fantasy 3. But
Yeah.
I played 40 hours of this game, so I figured it was the end of the game.
Yeah,
I
no.
was at like 35, and I was like, all right, I'm coming to the end. I'm probably going to have to go into the Yggdrasil, which is the tree, and that will be the final dungeon. And then he destroys it, and then they don't drop the bomb on you that he killed one of your characters until like another 10, 15 hours later, when you get to the final part, and then you go, oh shit, one of them's dead.
All right. We don't need to give the rest of the story away.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to tell Grim there's actually a
That's
promotion.
what I just said, that's what I said at the beginning, dude.
No, there's a
No,
promotional...
yeah, but this isn't the point of the talk.
There's a promotional piece, actually, because I was getting the artwork for this. I saw a promotional thing for this. I was like, oh, that's exactly what Grim was talking about. There's a split between the middle of the photo and this whole artwork that was done, and you see the main character reaching for Veronica, and the other half of the screen is all dark and destroyed. And he can't touch her. So the artwork obviously says,
I know what you're talking about. But he doesn't even know that happened because
I know, but the artwork was
none
trying to
of the
express
characters
it.
see anything. That's the thing. None of them see anything.
Yeah.
He nukes you all, and you all get dropped. And then it cuts away and comes back to like the main character waking up. So you have no clue. You're just like, oh, I got to regather everybody. Like, it was done really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't spoil how they deal with it. Just check that damn game out, dude.
All right. Zynga.
I've only got one because I don't play many
Play a lot of
games, and that's Spider-Man.
PUBG 2018.
No, Spider-Man.
Okay.
I
Why
really
would you
enjoy-
recommend that?
The story is pretty damn good. It's like a brand new story. Was that girl even from? Has she been in anything? The main bad guy from the
Dr.
beginning.
Mr. Negative?
Yeah, was he
That's
in
not
it?
a girl.
No, I'm talking about the police officer, the cop that you work with.
No.
She hasn't been in anything, right?
Oh, her. No. She's just a character.
Yeah, so they made up like new characters for this game.
Yeah. Well, the whole point of the whole thing with Spider-Man is that game is a whole new storyline. They made
Well, that's
their
what I
own-
like about
They
it.
made their own storyline, including the ending of the game. They changed everything. The end credit scene, they changed that. Like it's just everything is their own thing.
Yeah, that's what I like about it because it's original.
But at the same time, if you're a Spider-Man fan, that part of the originality is kind of ruined when there's for one scene. I don't know. I'm wondering how they're going to do the sequels to the game because they already talked about possible sequels, but the DLCs aren't that great for what I've heard. They're quick.
So what is Bazinga looking forward to, though? Like, what is, like, are you looking forward to the DLC? Like, what did you enjoy best about the game?
The controls, I liked them a lot better. It didn't feel. Okay, so I've only played like the what was it?
Controls felt good until you got the right controller.
Yeah. Once I got my controller fixed, but no, when I played, I only played like the Spider-Man movie games when they first came out, and those were like really good to me because there was nothing ever like that. And then, but they got really repetitive because all you did was you land, kill a group of people, and then fly off again. Jump away. This one didn't feel as repetitive because each time you had taken out a group of bad guys, it was in a different area and stuff like that. It wasn't like the same thing. The side missions kind of like, well, not even side missions, like the side things that you got to do are kind of repetitive. Like jump on this tower, turn off that, jump on that kind of got annoying. But other than that, the story and the gameplay I really liked it. I'd like to see what the DLC is, but I'm nowhere even close to being done with the game. So
Yeah.
but I don't have a very good history of finishing games at all. So
Dude, I've got a stack. That's my resolution for next year.
I guess I 100% that game. That game was hard to 100%.
Okay, so my obviously absolute favorite game of the year is actually a tie between two.
I think I know what it is.
So the two are Under Night Inverse.
I knew it. Obscure shit no one's heard of.
Yeah, Under Night Inverse. What do you call it? X State. It's a long name because it's like the final version that was out that came to America. Made by French Bread, which are a subsidiary of Arc Systems. Like, yeah. So anyway,
French bread.
anyway, so it's by far one of the most complex fighting games. Aside from the other game I picked for the, because I couldn't pick between the two, which is Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Absolutely amazing game, super complex game. It's the game I think that should have won fighting game of the year because it's more complex than Dragon Fighter Z. Has a whole lot more
Well,
characters.
Dragon Fighter C doesn't exist anyway.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Anyway, so there's a whole lot more to it. There's a lot more characters. You have characters from Ruby, Persona, Blaze Blue, obviously. So, like, all these characters, and then they're talking about adding another franchise into it. Some people suspect Guilty Gear could be added to it, but I'm guessing not because the actual characters are drawn different and they're cell shaded different. So the transition would be a lot harder to add those in. So it might be one of their other franchises, like Melty might be added to it, which is also a really good fighting game by French Red. So I'm guessing Melty might get added to it. So those are.
Who the hell has Melty?
I can't wait for Butter Company to make it.
Melty Blood, the fighting game.
Who the hell's Melty Blood?
Melty Blood, the fighting game.
I don't know what Melty Blood is.
Okay, it's a good fighting game made by Arc Systems and French Bread.
And
Arc Systems and French bread.
and jelly spread. You know.
I don't know. I told you, Nate goes into the obscure so he can be cool.
No, I absolutely enjoyed. I found myself hours playing friggin' Under Night Inverse. It's a really, really good game. Really very complex. There's a lot of things you have to pay attention to. Super complex combos once you really get into it. And then I watched the full Evo after I realized, because I didn't pay attention to this game at Evo before. And after I realized what it was, I watched the full Evo of it this year. I was like, holy crap, these people are incredible.
Now, is this a 2018 game?
Yes. It's been the game itself has been around since, I think, 2011. But the latest version was in 2018.
See, he's cheating like I did with WoW. Update kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but I do have to say, though, some runners-up, though, to this, category for me, definitely is Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, it was
Heavily enjoyed that game.
I bounced off, man. I don't know why. I just kind of bounced off.
It was quite a game. Then, obviously, Wizard of Legend is what I've played so many hours of that game now. It's just a fun game to start playing if you're just bored and I'm going to pick up, let's play this game. And you can just run around random dungeons and destroy shit. It's just fun. And if you didn't check out our review of it, we did a review of it on our channel. It's a really good game.
I missed that. I don't even know when that happened.
It's a really good game. Those are definitely... but I would say if you are a fan of fighting games and you are a huge fan of fighting games and you really want to get into a good fighting game, go pick up Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. And the reason why I say for anybody to go pick that up compared to Under Night Inverse, because Under Night Inverse is not for the faint of heart. Unless you are already a fighting game fan and played a lot of them, you are not going to get that game right away and you're going to struggle and you're going to be mad. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle has a lot better learning curve, and it has a start off of a lot easier combos for you to do as a beginner, and then you can move up to super advanced combos, which is really, really good.
It's like if you were to try to jump into StarCraft 2 without any knowledge of StarCraft.
Yeah. You just be run over.
Which the funny thing is, the Bronze League in that game is more brutal than Silver.
Yeah, it is.
If you get put into Silver, you're in a better state because you're going to come up against less cheesy bullshit that will panic you. You get put into Bronze and you're up against the most panicking shit right away because they don't know what they're doing, so they just throw shit at you.
Yeah. Cannon rush.
So I would guess playing the fighting games the same way. You go into a game like that you don't understand, you would want to be against people that know what they're doing versus idiots, because you can't learn anything from idiots. They
No,
just
well, no.
spam.
Okay, this is what I suggest to anybody playing a fighting game, and you're serious. Go and play in the on the Asia region over in Japan, okay, and play on there for like a day, a couple days, whatever, and you will get destroyed. I mean, you will not have a chance at all, but you will get better.
Yeah,
and then
because you won't, like I said, you won't learn anything from the scrub league. You go into the scrub league and you learn bad tactics, and you pick
Yeah.
up how to do stuff incorrectly.
Yeah.
And then you get worse.
yeah, so but then you go back to the North Americans, and you're like, do these people even play fighting games?
Yeah, I mean you don't want to jump up against pros, but like you don't want to go against the idiot who's gonna like low kick 1,000 times, because you're not gonna learn anything from there.
Yeah.
You need to go up against someone who has an understanding of the game.
Yeah.
If you seriously want to learn anything.
Yeah, exactly. So that is my favorite game of the year. So now we're going to go down the opposite road.